Welcome to another gameplay review on the Virkayu gameplay channel, and in this one we are back with Nocturne because he is one of the few farming junglers that actually gets used in high elo Korea quite often still. In a way, becomes kind of unkillable with the Bruiser build, and you know, you remember back in the day when you'd have to build Lethality to do damage, and then you died if you ulted the wrong target and got CC'd? Good times. But unfortunately for us, squishies who are mobile, Strike Breaker is an item. Now, Nocturne, being a farming jungler, you guys all know the changes that came about. You see the runes on your screen now with the jungle camps being offset to 2 minutes 15. I am a big advocate of a 5 camp just to make sure you get to the crab before the enemy jungler. You are able to contest these entrances. You are able to gank a lane, perhaps to create prio. So even if you lose that, you get this one. The reason being is, as I said in the Rengar video, you can loop up for an early level 6. I think I'll do a detailed video on the Volley Bear, Rengar, Nocturne variations within that. The point, however, with the farming jungler is, how do we really scale with, you know, the 15 seconds each rotation causing a delay in our experience spike? End of story, or beginning of story rather, is you need to be active, and I guess that's the end of the story as well. You just can't afford to AFK. The lethal tempo, ultimate hunter rune set is absolutely standard, so nothing weird in that sense. I love these wards from mid laners. If you play mid at any point, please do this. It lets us know that Virkayu has done this from the leash in the beginning, and now he's already done the Raptors. It's really very useful. Now the thing is, and the issue is with a 6 camp, as you can see, he's gonna finish this. There we go. He's finished, right? 324. That's a problem, because now, what if the enemy jungler, and as a Warwick player, Volleyball player, you know, I'm Volleyball not so much, I will always almost 5 camp at the very least, but at Warwick, boom, 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 this is gone. This is gone. You don't get it. And now, the Zoe is inherently gankable. You know, obviously the Silas is out of mana. Zoe managed to pick up a great random summon a spell on the floor. How balanced. But normally, in a standard matchup here, this is very gankable. Nocturne will go and check this, right? Be behind completely on tempo. You will see Warwick gank mid lane, and if all goes well for the Warwick, that's a free gank and bottom lane. Now, Nocturne's bottom lane here could collapse, so what Nocturne's just going to be trailing, ironically with his Q, lots of trailing, to this crab, you know, and if you don't have bottom prior here either, now what? I mean, yes, he can gank top lane. Obviously, top lane is a great flex gank, and I think that's something you would definitely look for. You can also yeet away the Krugs, especially in Warwick's case, and even the Raptors, and you just leave behind babies, just to really stifle. So, there is counterplay to it, but in lower elo, that's not going to happen. You know, you're not going to have this very easy flow in your mind already calculated, and I believe being late to this crab here is a bit of an issue. However, we're in a high elo game. The Virkayu is on it. He also did a 6 camp, so he's not exactly primed to secure it. Cannon's going to rotate because he has prio. Zoe's going to rotate because she has prio. Let's observe. You see how Lee Sin is immediately rotating down as well? So Nocturne gets it. And now they want to leave. Okay? You want to run away as best you can. We have the TP from the Lee Sin actually. He's fully committed. Zoe gets the first blood here. Lee Sin safeguards for safety, as one does. And now they're dead. Brilliant, TP, great safeguard, a nice flash by the Zoe though. I mean, the Zoe did that so well. The Nocturne just benefits greatly. Nocturne just benefits absolutely greatly here. And that's because both junglers did the same kind of thing, 6 camp into a delayed crab. But in your elos, even as a farming jungler, I think it's very good. And honestly, I had a Cuz game ready to go as well. I just didn't really want to go over it. It wasn't as interesting. He did a 5 camp for this reason, just so he could dive top lane and then look for double crabs and reloops. And he got early level 6. So, pros and cons, right? If you're going to do a 5 camp, make sure it's that Gromp, not the Krugs. I don't like that necessarily. Now, because Diego got the respawn out and, you know, straight down to the bottom crab, that's very normal. Should see a gank here. That's a dead Nautilus. Expected. Nocturne rotating down. No real way for him to play that. You could look to cut this off, and the reason is, okay, because we saw, this is very important, so I said he's going directly to the crab. He didn't take the crab because you can see from the CS, you see? And that's absolutely huge here. So you see the Virkayu comes straight out of base, right? That's a 6 camp, 24 CS is a 6 camp. So he ganks here from the Nocturne's perspective with the 6 camp and no crab. He should have 28, he doesn't. And now because he's kind of lower, Or at the very least within vision, right? He's within vision here. He's going to help push this out. We see him show up. You can just quickly slice in front of him, knowing the Silas would have gone back to base. Smite to remove the shield and yoink it away. How many of you in this situation, to be honest, would have gone straight to Krugs, Raptors, and just left? Mathematical tracking is very important. Now, just like the Warwick video on how to be an S+ jungler on the main channel, we have a play in action on the bottom lane, and with the Warwick video, instead of going up to take the Wolves, the Grom, look for a contest, look for a Herald, the Warwick went down to do this and then steal the second blue. Also a play you can make, but because the Warwick was against a really bad jungler, he didn't get punished for it. Which means you will get away with it too. But however, in this case, leaving the Krugs is an interesting point. The downside is, because the spawn time is at 2:15 and a little delayed, the Grump hasn't yet spawned. Now normally the Grump would actually be up, right? The Grump would be up and he could secure that and be close to 6, which shows you, as a farming jungler, we get a little cheeky here. We got it, baby. Chase down and nothing. Close though, lethal tempo. Sorry, that was 2 times speed. I didn't mean it to be. But interesting. I don't want to pause it because there's no real need. He's going to float down now. But this Grump that would have been perfectly in sequence in that situation was now no longer in sequence as a farming jungler. So what did he do? He said, well, I've got a few options. I can gank top lane. Cannon's kind of a big lead and it's Cannon. But I know the Viego will be sequencing up, so I'll contest his Raptors. It was warded. I can steal them. He had to make a different play because sitting here and waiting for this to spawn would have been absolutely tragic. By making this play, you almost get another kill, you steal some camps, and you can cut across mid lane. That threat, that drive-by is huge. And because your Krugs have spawned and we skipped them the last time, we take them, we get 6, and now you want to use your ultimate. Remember, bottom lane is a great place to use your ultimate as a farming jungler, because you can sit back, you see? You can even dive this if it crashes nicely. The Viego's not in the picture. Here we go, darkness, bring forth doom. Doom unto you, Alistar. That champion is just so... well, they got one back. So, that's pretty good. Because of our mid-prio and shadowing, right? The Zoe actually is, has prior to roam as well. So you create lane prior for yourself as well. Now, at this point, the Viego had taken all of his blue side camps, right? Let's just look at it from that perspective. We cut his crab off. Sad times. Boom, boom, boom. And that's where Nocturne contested, right? He has to go back to base. Once he goes back to base, there's nothing else up. 2:15 spawn timer. Even with a 2-minute spawn timer, wouldn't have been up. The Nocturne drives down to here just to ult bottom lane and dive. The Viego has no choice but to do this. As soon as you see the Nocturne dive bottom lane, now we can look to counteract this and perhaps even try and yeet away. I love it when my brain works. Yeet away the Grump. So, you know, well played. And now because he knows that he had no other choice other than to do that, you followed, always has been, he gets to steal the blue buff away. It's great. It's brilliant. And now, in theory, in your elos, I think I would look for a dragon. Maybe that's, again, the EU West thing. You could also wait for this. I've seen people greed for this, but the problem is their bottom lane will be up, so you can get in trouble here. So we just do the Raptors. Viego dives Lee Sin as expected. That's why I think the dragon could have been good. The downside is obviously your bot lane is resetting. And now you don't have any assistance. But I think you could have snuck it away, pulled it up, dragged it. You have Nautilus showing up. I don't think that's something that's too risky in most lower elo games. But in challenge, obviously you want to play utmost caution to numbers advantages. Just like in pro play. If you don't have it, doom. So, we do our Raptors in red. I don't like that. I think you should have just done your red Raptors sequencing, you know. Clear the ward here. We know we lost a Grump, but we can take this. Oh, we're going to generously donate that to our mid laner. She's done a good job. We can yoink this crab as well. And because Viego most likely would have reset for his Grump, his Wolves, and then come to top side, we have a bit of prio and tempo advantage here on the giant Void Beetle. However, they might rotate. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it. Silas missing. We know Viego's coming. We do have numbers. Could be a 3v3. Lee Sin, great rotation. You see? Here we go. Here we go. He steals it away as well. He's going to die. All right. He got it, though. You know what? You know what? Worth. Comme ci, comme ça. You know? Yeah. I think in these situations it's unfortunate that you have to give away this Herald, but inevitably, as I'm learning a lot from watching these games as well as coaching and playing games, like I get the full spectrum of elos. Sometimes you just have to fight something, you know? If you have a lead, you gotta use it. But Stride Breaker complete. Bot lane is dead, and it looks like the carry pants are on the Nocturne. So in Korea high elo, they're very much obsessed with those first heralds. The heralds really bring forth a level of map control and gold influx that's just they love it. They just I bet you they go to sleep dreaming about that. Whereas in EU West, we dream about souls, dragon souls, and our souls, because we have to play in EU West. Competitive. But yeah, L9. So we do the Krugs, we do the Raptors, and now we have ult up again in 24 seconds. So we want to basically play around that kind of cadence and tempo. This is this is a great ward. This is an absolute great ward by the Silas. Not only can he see the wave first, but if the Nocturne decides any cheeky nonsense, boom, spotted. And I didn't even know that was there either. So I just kind of wanted to see if the Nocturne was shadowing up, and he was. And the Silas sees us, so now you can play back. Stride Breaker for mobility, because that active is definitely not long enough. It's not. I think we can go top lane now. This is the right play. You're gonna trade a dragon potentially. You don't really know that for sure, but I would anticipate that it might happen now or in a bit. So the gank here top lane. Okay, so Viego's here as well. We have a TP coming in from the Silas. He's gonna try and ult over the wall against the Nocturne. That's not a good idea, my friend. That's why Nocturne holds the ult. We have the Lee Sin ult stolen. Stride Breaker is up once again, and that is another kill. So, farming junglers, I hope you can see the change that is required from within your soul to stop AFK farming. When there was a grump, now there's a 10-second wait. Take the Raptors, invade, skeet down, get 6, dive bot, right? Track the enemy jungler so well that you know you can take his blue, sequence upside, and then force a Herald fight. Now, ideally you win the Herald fight, but if at the very least you get it, that's great as well. Take down mid lane tower, go back topside. Yes, you might want to go bottom lane again, but we don't have ult. It is an Alistar, it is a Tristana, that is a rough lane to kind of do, and you know that the Viego is going to go straight down this direction because he was just spending all his time here. So we might as well counteract that with a dive top lane. And Zoe's up here as well, so we can just cut him off. There we go. Plates. Viego's down in the dragon. We see that. Spell shield is used for no reason. Well, for a reason, but didn't really do anything. Flash Fear, beautifully done. 614, 10 out of 12, 25,000 gold. All in the jungler. You know, for once, we don't have a Giga roaming support with the same amount of KP as we usually do in Korea. So, I like it. Very good. Bottom lane, what's going on here? Viego. Hello. Yes, he killed the Kaiser again. Nautilus is just going to waste time. Now, if you're Nocturne here, you definitely want to normally look to ult this, right? You want to look to get in here. Oh, this is low. Yeah, there we go. Good night, sweet princess. And we're going to fear the Viego, so he gets stuck in his Shadow of Doom. He gets stunned by the Nautilus. We just keep attacking. And lethal tempo is procced, so. Triple, baby. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. When you don't have something to do on the bottom side, resequence top side, as you saw. Make plays here. This is great. Plates. 9 plates just from the Nocturne himself. Once you're done here and you've done your business, you can reset. I love going straight bottom lane before you farm. It provides so many openings for your team to actually get a whole bunch of kills, or for you to get a whole bunch of kills. Which is what we want. You know, I want you guys to have the kills. And again, farming junglers, 92 CS to 80. It's not like you're going to have such supreme leads in CS with this kind of playstyle, but, you know, you're still looking 6, 6.5, 7, you know, like, these are our goals, you know? The very minimum 6.5, if you're good at it. But in lower elos, you will have to be more active, so that 7 mark might be a bit pushing. Pushy? Yeah. Top quadrant is available. There's no objective on the map, but there is a Rift Herald spawning, so we should probably be there for that. Hey, come back here. Ultimate is up, tier 2, level 11. Let's go invading. There's no camps up right now. We know we can go fist to fist or whatever those things are in his arms with Viego. No tower mid lane. That's a dead person. Like the USSR, Silas has fallen. Well, Did it really? I mean, did it really? Don't demonetize me. Okay, back into the jungle. Scanning. Anyone hanging around here? This is a thing, right? Ah, hello, sir. Ah, flash burned. Blood trail activated. I was gonna say carry on with that, but it doesn't appear like he gets a kill just yet. You're playing Fast and Furious with the Nocturne here, Cannon. What are you doing? What are you doing, guinea pig? Yeah, that's dumb. And trust me, if they're not timing that properly, neither are the people in your elo. So, farming junglers are dead, huh? Maybe you just didn't adapt. Be the natural selection that survives, my friends. Don't be the Neanderthal. Right, Lee Sin goes ham onto the Viego. He, of course, is top lane Lee Sin, and Viego does snowball, but that's just basically griefing. That's a Herald. And basically, in these kind of games, you should have no issue. And this is what what did I say in the video, in the Warwick video? Don't finish your blue quadrant. Like, I've seen some coaches or people in sessions say that they had coaching before, and people were like, no, you must finish this quadrant before you reset. No, there's a dragon. You know, doing the Grump to get some kind of advantage in terms of itemization. In this case, we finished Sterix, Spectre's Cowl, Lucidity, an extra Ruby Crystal, and a Bramble Vest. You know, one could argue you didn't need to do the Grump, but I think it's good value here because you have prior bottom side. Scuttle Crab is so good. And there's no real rush for the dragon, right? But in a very close game, I would give up that Grump unless I really had a core item to finish and then to get to the dragon. Obviously, the level ups are important from those camps as well. Like if you're 12 and you want to be 13 for the Drake, that's good too. Doesn't help your smite amount, but it helps your stats. So if you're gonna have a fight, you might as well give yourself as much free stuff as possible. But here, in this case, it didn't really matter. Yeah, it goes top side. We took bottom lane tower. Most of the time, you should not have an issue controlling these games. I have done multiple videos on this channel, how to close these out, how to come back when you're behind in the situation. You just have to make sure you are watching those and looking for the length of the video usually corresponds throughout the game length. Go in here. Yeah, we can rotate to this. There's no real need to push without them. And the thing is right, as he goes in the Tristana, if your team fights on the top side there, and they die, and they give shutdowns, and you're the fed one, with the Herald, now you're in a throw position. So the better idea is to start to move up there because you have a semi-global, or if you're Hecarim Shyvana, you move kind of quickly. Get up there just in case, and if it looks like they're 100% winning it, then you can turn and use your lead on whoever isn't there, like he's doing right now. And that's pretty much a very great champion, man. Sniped. So yeah. Oh, look, my team's fighting. Don't think, oh, they got it, it's fine, I'm gonna split push. Think, right, let me rotate, I have ult. Ah, they got it, perfect, let me just kill these two now. Much better way to play the game because you want to be present. You're the Fed guy, you know? 13-1-7. We should be able to fully activate everything here, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna surrender. There's no real difficulty in closing these games out. They shouldn't be for you if you have this kind of lead. Provided your target selection is on point and you're actually pushing towers, getting dragons, taking their jungle and whatnot. That's in a lot of the videos about closing out, but hopefully you can see exactly how to play this game now from a farming jungler perspective. Not a lot has changed. Just a little bit here and there, a bit more activity, a bit more reacting to the map, you know. Pay attention to the Scuttle Crab cadence, pay attention to your ultimate tempo, use it when it's up. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're able to enjoy and learn something. I actually liked this video. I felt like it had a lot of good, tangible things, actionable things you guys can use in your games. Please don't forget to like, share, and comment if you did learn and enjoy something, which I already said. Subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the main channel, and I don't have another channel yet, but I might do. See you all in the next tutorial.